The dark web isn't something magical like a completely different internet. What it is it's a internet that is a group of servers scattered throughout the world that you can only access using special software, typically using Tor. But you could find those locations and look for them, but you would need the software to connect, and you would probably need some other help with getting access, just because somebody accessing it, the people that run the dark web would have the attitude of, is that a cop? We don't want to let a cop in. The dark web really got its start with people wanting to sell things that they weren't supposed to sell. So things that would get you thrown out of eBay, drugs, guns, illegal guns, things like that. That's where it got started. People using things like Silk Road, which was a known group that they had for whatever you could think of, anything illicit you could possibly get to. As attackers started to realize, hey, the dark web is also a really good place for us to sell things that are more digital related and cybercrime related, then it really started to take off. So, where the dark web is now, and especially how it affects businesses, is your information, your access into your own systems, those are being sold by attackers, selling them to other people. The most important part you can do is just keep abreast of your situations. There are websites such as Have I Been Pwned, which is excellent for identifying any data that's been breached. If you have a domain, you can actually sign up to get notifications when any of your emails have been found in a new breach. Those will help you at least identify the accounts that might be a concern, and you can start taking steps to possibly change passwords and other things like that. When it comes to other information along the lines of W-2s and things like data that your own systems have, just taking steps to protect that data, whether it's from somebody on the inside getting it out or somebody from the outside stealing it and then selling it on the dark web. We had an incident where a company was hit with what's called a BEC, business email compromise. The attacker originally just sent them a phishing email. The victim used their username and password, and then the attacker was able to get in there and start making changes to the email system. The interesting part was that when we were doing the investigation, we found the forwarding rule that was set up inside the victim's email, and apparently the attacker had not really paid attention to what screen they were typing in. Bad actors like this aren't super smart, but this bad actor actually typed in something along the lines of, hey man, catch me later on ICQ. Here is my number. So I saw that, and first thing I'm like, who the heck still uses ICQ? But we now have something useful. Working with some people, we were able to get a little more information about who the ICQ user was. They were not exactly a top-notch criminal, but we did put together all the information we were able to find and then send that on to law enforcement to see maybe if there's a chance of this person eventually getting caught. Following just news outlets, there's a number of resources that they vary from the very technical to the kind of easy to understand. Some of the ones that we use include darkreading.com, bleepingcomputer.com, or a couple of them that we use. We also get some information from our state and federal partners that we then share with our own clients when appropriate, just to help them stay better armed against potential attacks.